Hello, students. I hope you're all doing well and that you're not missing me too terribly much. I wanted to go over just a couple of things with you to make sure that you get off on the right track today. Hopefully, Mr. Kirby has given you a warm-up. Your warm-up is to talk about if Romeo and Juliet are really in love or if there's some sort of just physical attraction. And hopefully by now you've realized that I'm kind of the opinion that they're not really in love. It seems that a lot of the things they've discussed have to do with their attraction to one another and their desire for one another, and not necessarily any sort of mature love. But that said, let's move on from that. You're going to do a couple of things today. One thing you're going to do is you are going to read. You're going to read scenes 4 and scene 5 from Act 3 in Romeo and Juliet. You are welcome to do this with a partner or a small group. You are not required to do it with a partner or small group, so if you would like, you can do it by yourself. On subtext, I've put a couple notes and some questions that I'd like for you to look at and consider as you read, so that it will be like I am right there with you and you're thinking the things that I want you to think. I'm going to give you about a half hour to do that. After you've had time to do that, then you're going to start working on your paper. Now, I've told you all your paper is due on Friday, December 13th. So I'm going to help you get set up on your paper. You can work on your paper on your iPad in Pages. There are a couple things we do in Pages. Okay, we are going to set up our header. Okay, so before we do any of those things, we need to make sure our font's right. Okay, MLA format always has Times New Roman font, okay, which we've got here, and it's always 12-point font. Also, it's always double spaced, so we have our double spaced. Then up here in the top left corner, we're going to put our name, okay? Okay, so there's your name. You don't have to do your middle initial. You can if you want to. Then you put your teacher, which is me. Okay. Then we are going to put the class. So I would like for you to put, English 1, and then whatever period you are. So you might be 5th period, you could be 6th period, or maybe you're my 7th period class. Okay, so English 1, then whatever your period. Okay? And then you're going to put the date. And in this case, I'd like for you to put the due date. And we do it in this kind of weird format where we put the number first, and then we put the day there, or the month there, and then we put the year there, okay? Then we're going to indent one space, and we're going to come up here, we're going to put it in the middle, and this is where our title is going to be. Remember, for a title for a paper, you need to come up with something that tells me about the paper, something that is interesting, something that's attention-grabbing, not just something like title or essay or English essay. Try to come up with something a little bit more original. Like just off the top of my head, we could do Juliet's love is equal to her hate. Well, that's an interesting title because it tells me that I'm going to talk about how her love and her hate are pretty similar, okay? So we'll just have that be my title here. We capitalize the important words here, like here you see I've capitalized Juliet and love and equal and all of those things. So we've got a good setup for our title. We need to do one other thing, okay? We need to have our header. And here for our header, we're always going to go to the right, and that's going to be our last name, okay? Then you're going to insert a page number, okay? So insert page number. Might be a little bit different on your iPad, but that's what we're going to do. Right now I have perfect MLA format, except this is not Times New Roman, so I'm going to change that to Times New Roman here. And I need to change it to 12-point font. So now, perfect MLA format, we've got our header up here, we've got the correct setup and everything like that. So then our actual essay is going to start. We're going to indent once from the title and go back over here to the left and tab once. Okay, and then we're going to start typing about our essay. This is my awesome essay about Juliet. She is so awesome. Okay. So you're going to type your introduction. Remember, in your introduction, you need to give me an idea of the things you're going to talk about in your essay. Are you going to talk about how much Romeo loves somebody? Are you going to talk about family? Are you going to talk about um, Juliet? Whatever. So I would have my little intro here, and obviously I don't want you saying things like this. It's a little bit too obvious. And then it would, more or less, you're going to say, I'm going to talk about point A. So you'll tell me what the first thing you're going to talk about in your paper is. Then I'm going to talk about point B. Then I'm going to talk about point C. Okay? And then you'll have your thesis statement. Okay? Couple of notes here. Number one, I should never use personal pronouns. So here I'm just using I to help explain what we're doing. When you're writing your paper, do not use I or me or we. Okay? Your thesis statement here, it should be something that you can prove, okay? Something that you're trying to argue, okay? So like my thesis statement could be Juliet hates more than she loves. And in that case, throughout my paper, I'm going to have everything to try to prove that Juliet's hate is greater than her love. She has more hate for her father. She has more hate for what the Capulets come to represent. She has more hate for the feud between the Montagues and the Capulets than she actually has love for Romeo. Okay? I would love it if today, for your paper, if you could get your setup all done right, all up here, and if you could go on and write your first paragraph. Tell me what you're going to talk about and come up with a good thesis statement. Okay? Now, I'm going to give you about 25 minutes to work on your actual paper. Once you're done with your paper, then I'm going to let you work on your study guide. Okay? Hopefully by Thursday I will have given you the study guide, but if I haven't, I will post it on Edmodo for you. You're welcome to work on the study guide with a partner, or you can work on it by yourself. Okay? So the first thing you're going to do is your warm-up, which you've hopefully already done. The second thing you're going to do is watch this video, which you're doing right now. The third thing you're going to do is to read. You're going to read scenes 4 and 5 from Act 3. Okay? Then you're going to work on your paper. And then, last but not least, you are going to work on your study guide. Your homework tonight, I ran out of room. I'll just put it up here. Your homework tonight, okay, is to read scenes 1 and 2 from Act 4. Okay. I will put, like I did last time on Edmodo, a guide to kind of help you understand some of those things if you're having a difficult time. But good luck. Please make sure you get all these things finished, and I will see you tomorrow.